Hi guys, Natalie, Mikey. I'm trying to figure out how to post a comment. Would you hope I'd come live? Yeah, I'm hoping that I can set my phone up on the dashboard. What I have is I have one of the vent type holders for my phone, and it doesn't set the phone up high enough. This is what you would see if I put it in the holder. So I'm going to try and set it up on the dashboard. Can someone post a comment so I can pin it that says Dave is driving, he will not read the chat and will not reply, or something like that? If someone posts that comment, I can pin it, and it'll be there all the time. Lester's here. Hello, Lester. I'm going to try and go live. I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee right now, and got to get back on the highway. I can't talk, but you can chat. Yeah, if someone could post a comment that Dave is driving, he will not read the chat or respond to questions. And I'll be talking through the whole thing, but if someone could post just that Dave is driving, will not be reading the chat or be answering questions. There you go, Natalie. Thank you very much. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to top fans. There we go. Pin the message. Alright, I'm going to set you up on the dashboard up here. And hopefully... Alright, can you guys see? Alright, let's see if my phone will stay there. It's just sitting up on my dashboard, so let's try and get back on the road. Please sit there, please sit there, please sit there, please sit there. How do I get out of this place? I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I took off, I knew it was going to happen. Ducky, how are you doing? Once I get on the highway, I'll be able to set my phone up there, and I think it'll work once I'm driving steady. I don't have a good holder for my phone. For now, this is going to have to do. I am in Chattanooga, Tennessee, just north of the Georgia state line. And according to Google Maps, I got about 6 hours to go of driving. So, getting ready to drive into the mountains. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Someone type a 1 if you can hear me okay. I'm going to try to do this. The holder I have for my phone is one that plugs into the vents, so it doesn't work well. It just shows you my dashboard. It does not show you the road very well. So I'm just gonna have to set my phone up on the dash. Once I get on the highway and I stop accelerating and I stay at a steady speed, I think it'll be okay. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate it. Atlanta was not too bad to drive through. I had one big slowdown for about 3 miles, but really wasn't too bad. Where is he going? I'm driving to Ohio, going to Dayton, Ohio. I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee right now. There you go. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, all you people that are in here, all my friends, and you all know all about my life. If you can answer the questions, I definitely appreciate it. I'm going to see family for Christmas. My mom, who is 91 years old, soon to be 92. My sister, my twin sister. I've got 2 kids that live up there, and my son from Georgia is driving up there as well. So I'll see 3 of my kids and 5 of my grandkids. So hopefully this is going to work. I have a full tank of gas, I have a carton of cigarettes, and a fresh cup of coffee. So I'm set to go. It's just a matter of whether or not I can set my phone up so that you all can go with me. And here we go. Come on, Hemi, kick in, get me up to speed. I'm gonna roll the window up here. Okay, you go. Off we go. Okay, yeah, I'm on I-75 heading north and heading to Ohio. This lane ends, so I need to get over. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to try and set my phone up. You can see my holder. It's the kind that you plug into the vent. And if I plug it into the vent, all you're going to see is, well, the majority of what you're going to see is my dashboard. So, but it's going to work well because it's got like little rubber feet on it. There we go. Now, if only it'll stay there, we're in good shape. everybody hear me okay? Since I can't really read the chat, my phone's too far away to read the chat for sure. But type a 1 if you can hear me. I can tell when I just see a 1 on the screen. If you can hear me okay, type a 1, please. Okay, I saw some yeses as well. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am driving to Dayton, Ohio. I left Georgia, 100 miles south of Atlanta this morning. And I am now driving, I am just north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Knoxville is the next city that I will be going through, the bigger city. And that's just under 100 miles. It's kind of cool because from where I live it's 100 miles to Atlanta. Then from Atlanta it's 100 miles to Chattanooga. And then from Chattanooga it's 100 miles to Knoxville. After that it gets weird, but because the next major city is Louisville. I'm sorry, Lexington. I don't go through Louisville. Lexington, Kentucky, and then Cincinnati, Ohio. And then when I hit Cincinnati, I'll be about 50 miles away from my destination. So, but I'm gonna try to keep talking and filling people in on what I'm doing. So if you're here for a while, you'll probably hear me repeat myself, but new people are coming in, I'm sure, all the time. So yeah, I'm driving up to Ohio to see family for Christmas. And this morning, I normally live stream in the morning during a 2-mile walk. I've been doing that for 133 days in a row now. And but when I was walking this morning, a few people said that they wanted me to go live during my drive. So here we are, road tripping with Dave. I apologize I'm not reading your chats. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope that you all are getting ready to have some good times, be with some loved ones, family, friends, whatever. If you're going to drink, I don't blame you one bit. I'm sure I will while I'm up here. But please do not drive. It will, at a minimum, if you get stopped and pulled over and arrested for DUI, it will ruin your life. From what I understand, it's pretty expensive. And insurance companies don't like DUIs on your driving record either. So your insurance rates will go up. The worst case scenario is you could kill somebody. So drink responsibly, just like the ads say. We are set to go though. Like I said, I've got a full tank of gas. I got a full carton of cigarettes. I got a full cup of coffee. And my spirits are high. What else do I need? There's actually, here in Tennessee, it's kind of funny because Tennessee, they name a lot of their cities the same as other cities in other states. There's a Cleveland, Tennessee. That exit right there would take you to Cleveland, Tennessee. And there's also a Dayton, Tennessee, and that's where I'm going, is Dayton, Ohio. And I'm sure we'll see some more. I know there's a bunch more. Thank you all for riding along with me. I appreciate it. I got somebody to talk to besides myself. the sign there, we're 84 miles away from Knoxville right now, so about an hour and a half we'll be in Knoxville. I see blue names in there, so thank you to my moderators for coming in. I appreciate you. You all kind of know what I'm doing, so if someone asks a question that you know the answer to, feel free to answer their question. Welcome in some new people, all that kind of good stuff. I'm just, some people in my chat this morning said they wanted me to live stream from my drive, so, you know, got to do what the people want. So that's what I'm doing. I'm glad my phone's actually sitting up there. Sorry that you see a lot of my hood, but it's just the way the angle of the phone is set up. I need to get a better holder for my phone so that I can do this more often. In the future, I plan on doing a lot of road tripping, so I will probably want to do that. Have it set up so you can see my phone or see the road better. J-Dog, I see that you're in here. I recognize your profile pic. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's all highway, sadly. I'm going into the Smoky Mountains right now, but this is not the good part of. Well, it's a decent part of the Smoky Mountains, but it's not. The mountains aren't quite as high here. If you go east from here, actually when I drive through Knoxville is about 50 or 60 miles from Asheville, Tennessee. And around Asheville, there's all kinds of mountains, big mountains. I mean, it's not the Rocky Mountains, but it's still a lot bigger than what we're going to be driving through. So, it's a good drive. I mean, it's not bad. I've driven through those mountains over there near Asheville. Actually, I went to Asheville one time. Asheville's a cool town. But they can get a little hairy. I wouldn't want to drive there if it was snowing. No, thank you. Turned on. There we go. Oh, that feels much better. Brake lights. Hate it when people sit out in the left-hand lane and drive slower than the people in the right-hand lane. Just north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I can kind of see someone said something about location. I'm just north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I have about 80 miles now to Knoxville, Tennessee. I am driving. My final destination is Dayton, Ohio. And I'm going up there to see family for Christmas. My mother, my sister, 3 of my kids will be there, and 5 of my grandkids will be there. And it's going to be, I will more than likely at least post some pictures of some people from up there. But it's going to be interesting because the grandkids, I've got my granddaughter will be the oldest that you'll see in any of the pictures. She's 22, and then she actually has a little brother that is 16 months old. So big range in age. My daughter decided that she wanted one more baby late in life. So yeah, there's 21 years difference between the 2 of them. And there's also there's a 3rd child in that family, and he is 17. So one of my few I have mostly grandsons. I don't have very many granddaughters. 3, I think. One of them I will definitely see while I'm up in Ohio, and I'm excited to see her. I love her to death. She's a sweetheart. She is a nurse. Works in an ICU. At least last I knew, she worked at the ICU. But yeah, she's a sweetheart. I hope I can get some video with her. I know she's not camera shy because she's on TikTok. Hopefully I can get some camera time with her and spend some time with her, and you guys can get to meet Natalie. And if Natalie is still here, yes, I have a granddaughter named Natalie. I think last time I saw her, I told her about you, Natalie, and I told her that you spell your name with a TH. and she, I may have already told you this, Natalie, but yeah, she said, I hate Natalie's that spell their name that way. But I don't think she would hate you, Natalie. You're from Germany, and yeah, different languages spell names differently, so. This is a high fog area, and I don't think, as many times as I've driven through here, I don't think I've ever seen fog through here. But they must get fog sometime. It's just, I mean, I've driven through here probably in the last 6 years of me living in Georgia. I mean, I've probably driven through here 20, 25 times, and I've never seen fog in here, in this area. It's just like maybe a 2-mile stretch of the road. But they got groovy pavement up here. Did you guys see that sign? It said groovy pavement. I can't read, obviously. Doing 70 miles an hour, which isn't bad. I think I averaged about 75 all the way up to Atlanta, and then I hit one short little patch of slow traffic in Atlanta, but it wasn't too bad. The southbound lanes were backed up about 3 different times, and big time backup. So I was glad. It's always good when you're driving one way and the other lanes are the ones that are moving slow. Like, wow, I'm glad I'm not going that way. Alright, just to keep everybody posted, we are now 72 miles from Knoxville. And there's another town that is from another state, or the name is from another state, Athens, Tennessee. There's an Athens, Ohio. There's an Athens, Georgia. And I'm sure there's some other Athens out there as well. Does anybody else know of any other Athens other than Greece, obviously? See, this is, you notice I just changed lanes. I got a big space between me and the car in front of me. And I changed lanes so that the faster traffic behind me can get around me. That's what you're supposed to do when you're driving down the road. Not just sit in the left-hand lane forever and ever and ever, no matter how fast you're driving. Driving tips with Dave. I'm a good person to take tips from. I've been driving since I was 16, so I drove first car long before I turned 16, but been driving since I was 16 years old, so almost 50 years, and I have not, knock on a wood grain dashboard, it's not that I don't speed. It's that I always make sure that I'm not the fastest car on the road, especially driving on the highway like this. I always make sure, like if it's wide open road, I always make sure that someone else is driving faster than me. Someone passes me, if they're doing like 5 mile an hour faster than I am, I'll actually pick up my speed a little bit because I know they're ahead of me. And if someone's going to get clocked by a cop, they are, not me. So that's my strategy. Never be the fastest car on the road. Unless you're racing somebody. Do you see that speed limit sign? It's actually lit. I guess that's because of the fog area that we're in. The high visibility signs, in case it's foggy. They actually have lit up signs. I think shortly after this we're going to start climbing a little bit, going up in the mountains a little bit. But if you stick around, you'll definitely see me driving in the mountains. I don't know how well you can tell from the camera angle that you have, but okay, now we're leaving the fog advisory area. Okay, so it's time for the fog to come now. There we go, wide open road. Make up some time. Who wants to sing Christmas carols? I don't. Dashing through the... No, never mind. Once again, if you just came in, I am on the road. I live in Georgia, 100 miles south of Atlanta, and I am driving to Dayton, Ohio for Christmas, to be with my family for Christmas. And I am now north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. The next big city I will drive to is Knoxville, Tennessee. And I've got a little less than 6 hours left to drive. Probably won't be live streaming that whole time. Because the way my phone, the way I have to set up my phone, I can't put it on the charger. So I'm going to probably live stream until my battery's almost dead. I can't plug in my charger to set my phone up where I have it. I don't have a good holder for my phone. I have the kind of holder that plugs into your vents on your dashboard, and if I plug it into the vent on the dashboard, all you'll see is my dashboard. Now you'll see the top, you'll see my dashboard, and then you'll see a little bit of the horizon. 62 miles to Knoxville. We are getting there. Like I said, I've already said this, but from where I live, it's 100 miles to Atlanta from where I live. And then from Atlanta to Chattanooga, it's another 100 miles. And then from Chattanooga to Knoxville, it's another 100 miles. So it's I don't know, I like things like that when things work out like that or whatever. Numbers align. I always find that kind of interesting. After Knoxville, then, yeah, it's like 160 to Lexington. I don't know what it is to Cincinnati, but and I'm stuck behind a truck. Driving 10 miles an hour slower than the speed limit. You getting off? Yay, thank you. Love it when they cooperate like that. Get out my way, bitch! Sorry, just had to say that. If you guys ever rode with me, Ducky, I knew Ducky would be the first comment when I said that. Hey, if you guys ever rode with me, or if you were snuck in or stowed away inside my vehicle when I'm driving by myself, yeah, I start yelling and screaming and trying to sing. The radio doesn't work in my Jeep, so, well, it works, but the screen doesn't come on, so I can't change the stations. So when I get back up to Ohio, I'll be able to listen to the radio, because it's programmed for like 4 different stations up there. But down in Georgia, none of those stations work down in Georgia. So one of these days I'll break down and buy a radio for my Jeep. I keep telling myself that I don't know how much longer this Jeep's going to last, so I don't know if I want to spend money on a radio for it, but I have, on some of my trips, I have brought a Bluetooth speaker with me, and I'll just listen to music from my phone to the Bluetooth. So whoever is hitting the likes or the smiley faces, the hearts on the sides, I appreciate you doing that. I was playing around with my analytics the other day, just looking at stuff, and I've never heard anybody talk about this before, but during a live stream, that actually does help. If someone's tapping, if you get the hearts and stuff like that, they actually YouTube keeps track of it. And because I saw it on a live stream I did, I was looking at all the different stats from the live stream, and one of the things they do is they keep track of all of those times that people push the heart button or the smiley face or the flowers or whatever else is over there. So it didn't say anything about it actually helping, but I'm sure it does, because YouTube they want to put content out that people like to watch. That way they keep you watching YouTube. So that's their job, is to make sure people keep watching YouTube. So if there's someone liking a video, or if a bunch of people are liking a video and putting up hearts and flowers and stuff like that, it's going to help that video or that live stream to get promoted more, and YouTube's going to see that people are liking it. So I'm pretty sure that all made sense. Made sense to me anyway when I was saying it. And now I'm stuck in. See, that's the bad thing about getting over in the right-hand lane, is sometimes you end up stuck over here. Yeah, it's got a Hemi. That was a commercial for Dodge trucks a while back, but I have the same engine in my Jeep. We'll be going through Rocky Top, Tennessee. I will be singing the song Rocky Top, Tennessee when we drive through Rocky Top, because I always do. I don't know the words though, so other than good old Rocky Top. Gas is decent price down here. I just paid, it shows $2.32 there, but I just paid $2.19 a gallon for gasoline, regular gas. That's pretty good. I mean, when I filled up this morning before I left the house, it was $2.39, which I thought was okay. But yeah, $2.39 this morning, $2.14 up here in Tennessee. So what's everybody else paying for gas in their area? Y'all can chat about that. I think I see some people that are talking about that. knows, we might get down under $2 a gallon soon. Drill, baby, drill. Suck that oil out of the earth. I hate cold weather anyway, so I fully support global warming. Behind global warming. I'm sure people in Minnesota and Montana and Upper Peninsula of Michigan and all through all the northern states, I'm sure they support global warming as well. See, now, I'm driving faster than the people in the left-hand lane because more than likely there's some idiot sitting up here driving below the speed limit in the left-hand lane. And it's causing everybody to hit their brakes. Definitely nice to be in my own vehicle rather than a rental car. I mean, those rental cars, it's nice to have a brand new car and not have to worry about it breaking down. Well, a fairly new car, not have to worry about it breaking down, all that kind of stuff. But it's so nice to be in your own vehicle. The last couple of times I've driven up here, my Jeep wasn't in the greatest shape, so I didn't really want to drive it. And so I rented a car. And it is definitely a lot nicer to be in your own vehicle. I can smoke. When I'm in a rental car, I have to stop to smoke. And it takes me longer to get there, so. Now the only reason I have to stop is because of my 65-year-old bladder and I drink too damn much coffee, but everybody having a good time? Type a 1 if you're having a good time. I'll see the ones in the chat. I can't read the chat, but I'll see the ones. There we go. I see one. At least one person's having a good time. Thank you. I can see them popping up. You guys are amazing. It's amazing to me that you come along and just listen to some goofy old man talk to his windshield as he's driving down the highway. I know I'm talking to you guys. Time for a travel update. I need some music for that. Beep, 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 beep. Travel update. I am driving. I live in Georgia, 100 miles south of Atlanta, and I'm driving to Dayton, Ohio. I am on Interstate 75, and I am north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I think I'm probably about 50 miles away from Knoxville, Tennessee now. And after we get through Knoxville, that's when we're going to start seeing the mountains and stuff. I was thinking that they were earlier, but you'd think I'd know because as many times I've driven this road. But yeah, after we get through Knoxville, then we will start to see some mountains. So everybody seems to be driving at a pretty good pace. There's been a couple times I've had to slow down because of slower traffic, but we're driving about 80 miles an hour right now. We're keeping it steady between 75 and 80. Making good time. I rolled down my window a little bit because I'm smoking a cigarette. Hopefully the noise from the window isn't going to drown me out or be distracting or irritating to anyone. I can't see that. So I'm sorry I'm not responding to any questions or anything in the chat. It seems like I've seen a lot of blue names going by in the chat. I can see that. First off, the phone's too far away for me to read because of the way I have to have it set up. And it's not safe, obviously, to be reading the chat and driving at 80 miles an hour. So I apologize for that, but I think the moderators and other people that are familiar with me can answer most of the questions most people have. And I will continue to do traffic travel updates as well. I'm driving in the state of Tennessee. Nice warm day. I don't have any idea what the temperature is, but I'm pretty sure it's in the 50s. Mid to upper 50s. I know I'm still dressed like I was dressed on the trail when I walked this morning, and I'm overdressed right now. I got my sleeves pulled up, I got the vent turned on. So, yeah, definitely warmer than it was this morning. Traffic will be smooth going through Knoxville. Sometimes I run into slower traffic in Knoxville. Generally, it's not too bad though. There we go, 42 miles to Knoxville. How's my driving? Everybody feel safe riding with me? Again, thank you all for riding along with me, giving me somebody to talk to. I do appreciate it. Those of you watching, there's a name on the screen right now. I can see her name, Ducky Petrie. Go over and check out her channel. She posts a lot of really cool shorts with her dogs. She has a couple little chihuahuas, chihuahuas, and some cats. She rescues animals. And we need to boost her channel up a lot so she can get monetized and get some help to take care of all those rescue animals that she has. But she's a little sweetheart, and she takes good care of those animals. Takes real good care of those animals. You should see the Christmas gifts they got. My goodness. But she didn't get me anything for Christmas. Ducky's being a Grinch to me. Ducky, thanks a lot for sticking around. I do appreciate you. I don't know how hard it's been moderating. I have seen there's been a few messages removed. I don't know if, I think there's some other moderators in here, but thank you very much for kind of moderating the chat, because obviously I can't watch it and I don't know what people are saying. So thank you very much. If there are any other moderators, I'm sorry, but Ducky's name sticks out. There's another town that's named after another town. Philadelphia, Tennessee. Whose name is that? That's not Ducky. I'm gonna have to grab my phone and see who that is. Dan, okay. Donna's here. Hi, Donna. These folks are hilarious. They are hilarious, Donna. Sorry, I grabbed my phone for a second. I'm gonna set back up on the window. There we go. Donna, I will be there this evening. I'm staying in a hotel on Miller Lane. And I will be coming over to see Mother tomorrow, sometime during the day. Uh-oh. I will be, I don't know if she told you, she said she was going to write it down, but I don't know. Christmas Day, I will be there to pick her up, and we're going to Emily's house. I'll be there around somewhere between 2 and 2:30. We're supposed to be at Emily's at 3, so. Good to see you in here, Donna. For those of you that don't know, Donna on the screen there, it's the blue name. That's my twin sister. My much, much older twin sister. When I stopped earlier, the Google Maps was telling me I was going to be at my destination around, I think 7:30. No, 7 o'clock. I wanted to be there earlier, but dummy me, I was going to get up at 3 o'clock this morning and be on the road by 4:30. But I didn't set an alarm. I laid down on my bed and said, okay, grab your phone and set the alarms to get up at 3. And next thing I know, my alarm was going off, and it was my regular alarm that goes off at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, I was 3 hours behind. So I went ahead and stayed in town and did my walk from my usual location, and I left Georgia around, I think it was just before 10 o'clock when I left Georgia. And when I left, when I first pulled up Google Maps, it's not that I need Google Maps, it's just I like to keep track of the time that I have left on my trip, because I know exactly how to get there. It's pretty easy. It's the same highway all the way. But when I first pulled it up on Google Maps, it said it was 9 hours and 49 minutes. And I don't know if I'm going to end up running into some huge traffic or something, or what's going on, but normally it's under 9 hours. But anyway, I didn't run into much traffic in Atlanta. I had one slowdown in Atlanta, which is good. Never stopped. We kept moving. I think we got down to about 10 miles an hour. This is I'm crossing the Tennessee River right now. I know there's a couple of channels that come on my stream sometimes. Skipjack Cindy, they're around the Tennessee River somewhere, and so is Old Glory that comes on my channel. I think Old Glory told me one time he's like, he said he lives real close to the Tennessee River. Tennessee River is pretty big. It's almost like a lake. I mean, people have houseboats and stuff like that right on the river. So it's pretty cool. Sorry I'm not reading the chat, but like I said, I'm driving 80 miles an hour right now. It's not safe to read the chat. Plus my phone, where it's sitting, is too far away for me to read the chat. I can kind of see blue names keep popping up, so I know I've got moderators in here. But other than that, I don't really see anything in the chat, so I can't answer any questions for you. But I am driving I live 100 miles south of Atlanta right now, and I'm driving up to Dayton, Ohio, and I'm just south, probably down around 30 miles south of Knoxville, Tennessee. So I've got under 6 hours left to go of driving time. And my normal live streams are in the morning. I live stream every day from a 2-mile walk, and I've been, ever since I live stream every day, people know everything that's going on with me, so they knew I was coming up here to Ohio, and a few people said that they wanted me to live stream from my drive, so that's what I'm doing. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, I just saw a sign. We're 28 miles south of Knoxville, Tennessee right now. Knoxville is usually pretty good traffic, usually not too bad. Hopefully today it will be not too bad. A few slowdowns, but I should make it through Knoxville pretty quick. Once we get through Knoxville, which it looks like it's going to be in about 30 minutes or less, well, no, probably more than 30 minutes by the time we get through Knoxville. But once we get through Knoxville, we'll be driving into the mountains, the Smoky Mountains. There are some mountains, but they're not the biggest mountains in the Smoky Mountains. But hopefully the scenery will be a little bit better. Or it'll be good. Yeah, there's a sign right there. Great Smoky Mountains National Park. If you want to go to the Smoky Mountains, one of the towns I like in the Smoky Mountains is Asheville. Obviously, there's I never can remember the name of the town. It's like the popular tourist destination where Dollywood is and all that. There's that as well. That's too much for me. Too commercialized. Too busy. Too many people, especially in the summertime. Beautiful country though. The area around it is beautiful. I've been there before. I gotta remember the name of it though. If somebody knows what I'm talking about, where Dollywood is in Tennessee. Anyway, yeah, I mean, beautiful country there. Asheville is up in the mountains. It's beautiful country there. Lots and lots of mountains all around Asheville. Cool little town. They have a really nice downtown area in Asheville. Knoxville, when I'm just north of Knoxville, like on the northern part of the city of Knoxville, I am halfway home, or halfway back to Ohio, where I'm going in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. It's like when I Google mapped it this morning before I left it, from my driveway down in Georgia, it's 619 miles, and Knoxville is 300 miles away from my home down in Georgia. It's not my home, but it's where I live right now. Home is Dayton, Ohio, and I will be there soon, permanently. Donna, if you're still here. Got to come back down to Georgia, but I'm going to do better as far as getting things done down here, down in Georgia, so that I can move back up to Ohio and be up there permanently. Don't know where I'm going to live when I get up there, but I will be moving back up there. I don't have a place to call home up there. Okay, this is always a slow down point. This is Interstate 40 that goes over to Nashville, and it merges with I-75, and if I remember correctly, the correct lane to be in is this right-hand lane. Anybody ever been to Knoxville, Tennessee before? Well, we're going now. Alright, I'm seeing a whole bunch of names on the screen for the chat. I cannot read the chat. I'm driving on the highway right now and I cannot read the chat, so I'm sorry I'm not responding. I do believe I have some people, moderators in here, and I also have some other people that are familiar with me in the channel and know what I'm doing. But the travel update, beep, 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 is guys hitting his brakes in front of me right now. Travel update is I am driving from 100 miles south of Atlanta, which is where I live, and I'm going to Dayton, Ohio, and going home to visit family for Christmas. Right now we are just getting into Knoxville, Tennessee, so I have about, I don't know, five and a half hours to go. I will not be live streaming the entire time. The way I have to set my phone up on my dashboard, I don't have a good holder for filming as I'm driving. So my phone's just kind of propped up on the dash and leaning up against the windshield right now. But I can't plug the phone in. So eventually I will lose the charge. So I do appreciate you being here. I appreciate all the comments. Definitely make sure that you hit the like button. I haven't even looked at that to see how many likes I got. Let me see if I can see that. Looks like, what did I say, 41, I think. That's not bad. That's not bad. Appreciate that. If you haven't double tapped the screen yet, definitely double tap that screen. Hit that car in front of me that keeps hitting his brake lights. Just punch him 2 times for me. Get him out of my way. Driving to Dayton, Ohio. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee right now. I'm driving from south of Atlanta. I live 100 miles south of Atlanta right now, but home for me is Dayton, Ohio, and I have a lot of family up there, so I'm going to see family for Christmas. My mom still lives up there. She's still alive and doing well. She's 91 years old. She'll be 92 next month. And my sister lives there, and I have 2 daughters that live there, and my son, who actually lives in Georgia, he will be up here as well. So I'll see 3 of my kids and 5 of my grandkids while I'm up here, so it will be fun. I'm excited to get there, excited to spend some time with family. story, dude. And this is what I was not hoping to see. We are stopped on the highway. Stopped. Not good. But I've got plenty of gasoline in the vehicle. I've got about 3/4 of a cup of coffee still. Got a full carton of cigarettes. And a positive attitude. I wish you guys could talk back to me and I could hear you guys talking. I'd love to be having a conversation with you all right now. That would be fun. We could sing Christmas carols. Yes, our mother and my sister, my twin sister, she's still alive even though she's much, much older than I am. Alright, come on. How long is this going to last? Hopefully not long. I can deal with this if this is the worst it gets. At least I'm still moving. And yeah, back up to 40 miles an hour, so I can deal with this going through a city, but it's them damn brake lights I don't like to see. Let's see if I can do any better over here. There we go, back over 60 miles an hour. I am in Knoxville, Tennessee, and driving to Dayton, Ohio. Driving up to see family for Christmas. I took off this morning from 100 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia. So, driven through Atlanta, I've driven through Chattanooga, and now I'm driving through Knoxville. Lexington is the next major city that I'll hit. Once we get through Knoxville, we'll be heading into some mountains. And the scenery obviously will be better than what you're seeing right now, which is just the highway. Hopefully you'll be able to see a little bit of the mountains. They need to put panoramic views on these live streams so that I can show everything I'm seeing. All you tech wizards out there, that's what you need to come up with and sell it to YouTube and TikTok and all the other ones. Panoramic views from live streams. There you go. There's a multi-trillion-dollar idea right there for you. Get your foot off the brake. Not talking a whole lot right now. I'm kind of just paying attention to the traffic. And here in just a few minutes, there's some, I don't know, interchanges that I have to be paying attention to. Or I'll end up in Asheville, North Carolina instead of, I think I might have said Asheville, Tennessee earlier. I'll end up in Asheville instead of going to Ohio. So. I-75, you have to, it's like you're getting off the highway almost to continue on the same highway, so. This is Knoxville, Tennessee. Those of you just joining in, I see nothing but brake lights ahead of me. Probably, just went from 60 down to 20 real quick. I'm headed to Dayton, Ohio for Christmas. Spend time with family up there. Shoot, should have got over. Had a little bit of an opportunity and I didn't take it. My normal live stream is, I live stream every day. I take a 2-mile walk every day, and the majority of the time I'm on the same walking trail that's just like right around the corner from my house. And probably 95% of my walks have been from that trail, but I have gone a few other places on my walks. For special occasions, day 100, I went to a state park called High Falls State Park. It was about an hour away from my house, and I walked there. Real pretty waterfalls. I have a video that's titled High Falls State Park. You can check that out if you like waterfalls. Definitely check that video out. It's pretty cool. I also, just over a week ago, I went down to Tybee Island in Georgia, which is about 3 hours away from where I live. And I spent the weekend down there. And I live streamed from the beach. And I started the live stream a little bit early so that we could see the sunrise. The second day I was there, day 124, if you look through all my live streams, on day 124, I really focused in on the sunrise. The day before I didn't do so much on watching the sunrise. I kept switching back and forth and showing people my face when I had a gorgeous sunrise behind me. But on day 124, the first 15 minutes, if you want to see a gorgeous sunrise over the Atlantic Ocean, definitely check out the first 15 minutes of that live stream. The replay of that live stream, definitely worth watching if you like sunrises. I think sunrise was at 7:17, and I started filming. I started the live stream at like 7:12 or something like that, just before the sun actually came up. But yeah, it was gorgeous, and I mean, being there was fantastic. I'm sure watching it on a telephone probably won't be quite as impressive, but it's still impressive. Tybee Island and Savannah, Georgia are two of my favorite places I've ever been. I know I say I don't have favorites, but I really, really like both those places. Tybee Island's about 30 minutes away from Savannah. And Savannah's a beautiful historic town. A lot of really cool architecture there. They have, if you've ever seen any videos about Savannah, you'd probably be impressed. The town was founded in like the 1700s, and they have a bunch of live oak trees there, and Spanish moss hangs from those live oak trees. I've got a playlist from a trip I took to Savannah and Tybee Island way back in July. There's actually a playlist from that trip down there. So you want to check that playlist out, definitely check that out. It was hot in July. When I was there a little over a week ago, it was getting up in the 60s during the day, but it was like in the low 50s when I was walking out doing my morning walk, which still wasn't too bad. I would have rather been wearing shorts and no shoes on the beach, but a little bit too cold for that. So we're coming up on the interchange, the first one that I told you about. And thank you, mister, for getting out of my way. You saw me get over and you got out of my way. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Oh, it's a woman. Okay. And there we go. I-75 to Lexington. There's a Buc-ee's coming up. Of course there is. I'm not a huge fan of Buc-ee's. I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely overpriced. I don't know. It's a novelty, is what it is. opened up, all kinds of people were telling me, oh, you got to go check out Buc-ee's. You got to go check out Buc-ee's. And I'm like, okay. So I went. I've been to Buc-ee's. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry. You guys okay? Sorry about that. My phone fell over around that curve. Hang on just a second. Let me get situated here. Pass this car. There we go. We're back up to travel speed. Hang on a second while I get my phone set back up. Oh, shit. Huh. Okay, there we go. That's why cell phones are hands-free, huh? Or you're supposed to be hands-free when you're driving, huh? Good thing there wasn't a car beside me. I went about halfway into their lane, so. All right. We are through Knoxville now. Getting ready to head into the mountains. Hopefully the scenery will get a little bit better for everybody. And I'm coming up on the second interchange I was just talking about to stay on Interstate 75. Pretty sure I can stay in this lane. I missed this morning when I was driving. I missed my turnoff in Atlanta and had to turn around. That's the second time in a row that I've done that. Yeah, I gotta get over one lane here. To stay on I-75, and I know there's another big curve coming up, so I'm gonna have to grab my phone again. Make sure y'all don't fall over again. There we go. Off to Lexington, Kentucky. I'll know pretty soon how far we are from Lexington. Try to hold on to my phone around this bend. Yeah, it definitely would have fallen over there. Sun's coming back out. Yay! What's the weather like up in Dayton, Donna? If you're still here. Sunny, cold. Warm and gray, huh? Okay, I can see that. Alright. Get past this little junction here, and I think we'll be back to highway speeds again. We'll be doing good. Making time. There you can see it, I-75 north to Lexington. I'm sure I'll see a mileage sign here in just a minute once I get away from this exit. There's somebody with a Cincinnati Bengals sticker on the back of their vehicle. Go Bengals. A little late for that. Yeah, horrible season. say I'm north of Knoxville. And Lexington is 166 miles to Lexington, Kentucky. I'll be in Kentucky before long. I think I'm only about 50 miles, maybe 60 miles away from the state line, Tennessee and Kentucky. But Lexington is more or less in the middle of the state, so it might be further than 50 or 60 miles from Knoxville to Lexington. So part of the reason I'm live streaming, I had people say that they wanted to see it, of course, and so that's why I'm doing it. But another reason is to get my watch hours up. If you're familiar with YouTube and how YouTube works, you can make some money on YouTube, and that's what I would like to do, and get monetized on YouTube. But in order to do that, you have to meet a couple of thresholds. One of them is the number of subscribers you have, and I've met that threshold. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I believe I'm right around 1,500 subscribers right now. So I've met that threshold. Then the next threshold to become partially monetized is you have to have 3,000 watch hours, which I'm closing in on real quick right now. I believe I'm around 2,700 watch hours, which is just absolutely astonishing to me that people have been interested enough to watch 2,700 hours of my content. That's amazing. Thank you very much. I'm blessed to have all of that, have you guys here. I think we've built a pretty good community of people. A lot of good people come in to the live streams all the time, watch my videos. The next step to full monetization, and that's where, well, the partial monetization, what you're qualified to do then is you can accept like super chats, and there's like awards or something, prizes or gifts, gifts that you can send to me during my live streams. And I mean, super chats, you can select the dollar amount you want to do a super chat on, or you want to pay for a super chat. But like the gifts that you give, they all have like different values to them, and I'm not exactly, but they don't cost you anything to give, and they're not much. I mean, I haven't really looked them up much, but I don't think it's a whole lot. I think like the top one you can give you like 50 cents or something, like give me like 50 cents. So it's not a whole lot of money. I'm not trying to get rich doing this. I'm just trying to make a little bit of money doing it. Might as well while I'm doing it. But anyway, so that's where I'm almost at right now. What are you doing hitting your brakes? There's nobody in front of you. Drive. You're in the left-hand lane. You need to be driving faster than everybody else. Not hitting your brakes going uphill. Anyway, so yeah, that I'm almost to the point of being partially monetized, getting real close to that. Hopefully that will happen before the end of the year. But then the next step is 4,000 watch hours. So I got a little ways to go for that. And what are you doing? Come on, dude. And the guy's slowing down. Sitting in the left-hand lane, driving slower. There's nobody ahead of him. I'm waiting for him to brake check me. I got it on video too. Anyway, so yeah, 4,000 watch hours, then you become monetized. YouTube pays you for advertisements during your video. So all the ads that you see, if you're watching them on a channel that is monetized, YouTube will pay that creator for the ad that's being shown. And once again, that's not a whole lot. They base that on 1,000 views. You get so much per 1,000 views. Thank you, my God. Of course, I won't say it. Anyway, so yeah, YouTube will pay you so much money, like, it depends on what kind of ad it is, but they pay like anywhere from like a couple dollars up to like $10 per 1,000 views. So that's the next step. That's where everybody wants to get. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. And so, long story short, I know it's way too late for that, Dave. That's where I'm headed, is, you know, trying to get monetized. That's part of the reason for this live stream, because the hours that you get on the live streams count towards your monetization. And so I appreciate everybody that's watching. I appreciate everybody that's staying on the channel while I'm live streaming. It definitely helps me out. And we're going to keep on going. But I'm also going to ask you to check out some of my other videos. Watch those as well, because obviously that helps as well when you watch my videos. Now, watch the full-length videos, not the shorts. The shorts don't help towards monetization. They don't count those watch hours. The views count, but you have to have like 10 million views to be monetized with shorts. And I'm never going to get there. So I don't do that many shorts that there's no way I will ever get there. But so definitely, if you want to help me out, watch all my live streams, obviously. If you miss a live stream, watch the replay. Watch some of my other videos that I put out. I will be putting up a video probably tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to edit it tonight once I get up to date. And it's a woodworking project that I'm doing. But I will try to get that up tomorrow morning. Short video where I do another woodworking. And it's getting kind of popular. It's getting a lot of views. For me, a lot of views. I took some old fence boards from a fence my neighbor built, and they were the cutoffs that they were going to take to the landfill. And I collected them all up, and I've had them for a long time. And I've made a bunch of different stuff out of them, but I made 4 American flags out of the fence boards that I got from my neighbor. So I'm repurposing wood. So, and that's what this project that I'm getting ready, the video I'm getting ready to put up, it's more repurposed wood, repurposed fence boards. So it'll be cool. Some of you have already seen what I built. Saying what it is, because I'm not, there's some in my chat that's getting one of them, and I don't want them to hear what I'm getting. So, even though if they watch the video tomorrow, they'll see it probably before I give it to them. So, but anyway, it's no big deal. They're Christmas presents that I built. So. We are flying. Got my Jeep flying. No traffic. Well, pretty clear in front of me, but it looks like up there a little ways there's a bunch of people slowing down, hitting brakes. Heavy traffic up there, but they're probably still moving along pretty good. So, travel update. Anybody that's just come in, they're wondering what the heck they're watching. I am driving. I started 100 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia this morning, and I'm driving to Dayton, Ohio. I'm going home to visit family for Christmas, and people on my live stream this morning said that they wanted me to live stream from my drive, so that's what I'm doing. I don't know who's in the chat. I can't see the chat. I can see my screen, but I can't read it. It's not safe for me to try to read the chat anyway while I'm driving. But I don't know if you guys can see ahead of me there, but we are coming up to some mountains ahead of us. But anyway, yeah, so I can't read the chat. I apologize that I'm not responding to anybody's messages at all. I can see blue names on the chat screen, so I know I've got some moderators in here, and there's probably some other people that are familiar with what I'm doing and who I am. So if you have any questions, then more than likely they can answer the questions for you while I'm driving here. And those are the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. You might be seeing in the distance there ahead of me. We're going to be driving through there. I've actually, after I left Knoxville, I kind of went uphill a little ways, but I got more climbing to do. This old Jeep can do it. How we doing? And every time I look at the screen to see how many viewers we have, it seems to always be on 7 or 8. That's good. 7 or 8 people in here watching just the screen, someone driving down the highway. So this area that I'm driving through right now in Tennessee, it's Norris Lake, and for some reason, I don't know why it is, but some reason Norris Lake is extremely popular with contractors, people in the construction business in Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, I don't know how many contractors I knew, and I used to work at Lowe's in contractor sales, so I knew a lot of contractors. I don't know how many contractors I knew that used to come down to Norris Lake. And I don't know why it's so popular. I guess because it's only about a 4 or 5 hour drive, about probably 5 hour drive. And there's a sign for Rocky Top, Tennessee, for those of you that are familiar with that song. But anyway, Norris Lake is real popular with contractors. Once I get north of here, it's always funny to me because as I'm driving up there, driving up to Ohio, once I get north of Norris Lake, I start seeing more Ohio license plates on cars than I see any other thing, including Tennessee and Kentucky, which are the states I'm driving through. But right down in this area, I see all kinds of Ohio license plates. I came down here one time and actually went to Norris Lake, and we were looking around at houses and things down here at Norris Lake, and met and talked to a few different people, like neighbors. We're looking like vacant houses, abandoned houses. There's Rocky Top, Tennessee. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. There you go. I told you I was going to sing it. If you were here earlier, that's all the words I know to the song, so you don't have to worry about me singing anymore. But yeah, everybody I met down here and talked to down here they were all contractors from Ohio. And we stopped at one place at a marina. It's real popular down here for people to live on the water. They have houseboats, and they actually live there. They live on their houseboats, or they stay on their houseboats. Houseboats are real popular on Norris Lake. But we stopped at this marina, and there's a pretty big parking lot for this marina, and I'd say probably 5 out of 10 cars, probably half of the cars in that parking lot had Ohio license plates on them. So it's a real popular area for people from Ohio. Oh no, we are stopped ahead. I can see it coming. I mean, it looks like they are completely stopped. What the heck? Well, good time to grab my phone for a second and see what we're doing. Sorry about the finger in the way. Is Rainy here? Rainy, hi there. Judy, hi. Natalie, you're still here, Natalie? You're amazing. You are amazing. Oh shit, I'm at 15%. We're gonna go handheld for a little while I plug my phone in. If you haven't been here, my holder for my phone inside my vehicle, you're back? Okay. You were one of the first ones in here, but my holder for my phone is the kind that you plug into the vent. So if I plug it into the vent, you can't see anything. This is what you'll see. That right there, the sky and my dashboard. So, not very entertaining. So, we got the Popo here, and lots of traffic ahead of us. It's a good thing that happened though, because I looked at my phone and saw I was down to 15%. I don't want my phone to die. But, so I'm plugged in now. I'm gonna hold on to my phone for as long as it's safe. Joshua is here. Hi, Josh. Ducky's still here. Merry Christmas, Josh. Looks like all my regulars are here. Appreciate you guys tuning in on the live stream. I haven't been able to chat much because my phone's been sitting up on my dashboard, and it's not safe, obviously, to read chat while you're driving. But we're at a slowdown right now, and I had to plug my phone in. So, read a few. Everybody double tap that screen if you haven't already. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but because I'm not anywhere near a major city. I am north of Knoxville, south of the Tennessee-Kentucky state line. Not exactly sure how far I got to go to get into Kentucky, but I'll be in Kentucky soon. Well, depending on this traffic. You love to watch the road trip, Natalie? Thank you, Natalie. Natalie posted, I asked her in the very beginning, I was still sitting in a gas station before I started driving again, but I stopped to get gas. And Natalie posted that comment that I pinned there. I asked her to do that so that people would see that comment. But there have been, I'm sure there have been some people asking some questions, and I do appreciate you guys for helping out with that and moderating and all that, and of course answering the questions. So I definitely appreciate that. Thank you, Dan. Dan's here all the way from Transylvania, and Natalie's here all the way from Lebanon. You guys are amazing. And of course I got a bunch of people here from the good old US of A. Donna was in, my sister was in earlier, but I don't know if she's still here or not. Captain Orion, how you doing? I am on a road trip. I'm traveling home for the holidays. I am just north of Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know, probably 20 miles or so north of Knoxville, Tennessee, on my way to Dayton, Ohio. Transylvania, it is 22:22, so 10:22 and 1 degree Celsius. How old am I? I'm 65 years old. My Captain Orion, my normal live stream, I live stream every day. Normally it's from a walk that I take. I walk 2 miles a day and live stream from that walk. And been doing that now every day for 133 days in a row. My plan is to get to 1 full year. Don't know for sure what I'm going to do after that, but right now that's the target, is 1 full year of streaming every single morning for 365 days in a row. I am right now living in Georgia, about 100 miles south of Atlanta, but my home is in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. That's where I'm headed now, and I hope to be moving back to Ohio soon. My mother is still alive, and she lives up in Dayton, so I want to get back home and live closer to my mother. And I'm doing very well. I'm very excited about going back home for Christmas. I will see. Yeah, we're definitely driving slower. I'm doing like 10 or 15 miles an hour right now. Definitely has slowed down. I don't know if there's an accident up ahead or construction, or I don't know for sure what's going on. Sometimes you sit in this kind of stuff like a half an hour, just moving, barely moving, and when you get to the end of it, there's nothing there. So, Lord only knows. How old is my mom? She's 91 years old. She'll be 92 on January 21st. I don't know if I should change lanes or just stay here. That lane picks up for a little bit and then I end up catching up with everybody. So just gonna stay where I'm at for now until it's obvious that I should be in a different lane. Tyler, how you doing? Yep, I'm sitting in traffic. I'm just north of Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm driving to Dayton, Ohio. I'm gonna change lanes here. It looks like it might be a little bit quicker over here. I don't know. But I'm on my way. I'm driving. I live 100 miles south of Atlanta. I'm driving up to Dayton, Ohio, to be with family for Christmas. So I live stream every day. I normally live stream in the morning, 7:30 in the morning my time, which is I live in the east of the U.S., which is Eastern Standard Time. And 7:30 in the morning I go live every day, and I take a 2-mile walk and then sit and chat with everybody after that. The only reason I'm reading the chat right now is because I'm in traffic, or sitting in almost standstill traffic, and I'm able to read the chat. But anyway, yeah, my normal live stream is in the morning from a 2-mile walk. I've been doing that every day for 133 days in a row now, and I plan to continue that and go to 365 days. I want to get a full year. Don't know for sure what I'm going to do after that, but I want to get a full year of doing my daily walks, walking 2 miles. As far as live streaming, I'll probably continue to walk even after that, even if I don't live stream from them anymore. But don't know where I will be, what's going to be happening, 240 days, 230 days from now. Don't know for sure what's going to happen. So, you subscribed? Well, thank you very much, Captain Orion. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here in the live stream, and I don't understand that 6-7 thing either. It's brain rot. If you even know what that is, brain rot is just that. It's just another thing to rot your brain. Some stupid trend that someone started, and yeah. Anyway. Thank you all very much for liking my live stream and subscribing to the channel. If you want to know more about me and learn about my channel a little bit and what I'm all about, I have a playlist that's titled Get Busy Living. And it's probably, altogether, all the videos in that playlist are probably about an hour long. So I don't know if you want to sit and watch for an entire hour, but you can definitely learn more about me, what my channel's about. The Get Busy Living is from the quote from the movie Shawshank Redemption, where he says, I guess we have a choice. We can either get busy living or get busy dying. And I was going through some tough times and struggling, and the Get Busy Living, I've always kind of liked that quote, and I decided to go ahead and apply it to my everyday life, and started posting on YouTube. Have wanted to do this for a long time, and just decided to start posting videos and see what happens. And here I am, 6 months or more later. I posted my first video like in April, didn't post another one until like June, and I started live streaming back in August. So I haven't really been at this a real long time, at least not real consistently. But anyway, yeah, so here I am. I think I'm right around 1,500 subscribers. Got a very nice community of people that come into my live streams and talk. Most of them are here today, so definitely love doing this. I'm having fun doing it. It's definitely good for me mentally. The walking is obviously good for me physically. I'm 65. I think I said that just a little bit ago, but just in case you didn't hear, I'm 65 years old. So yeah, the walking is definitely good for me physically, and it has definitely, this channel and the content I'm putting out has definitely helped me mentally as well. Much better attitude towards life. Yeah. So hopefully we can get through this traffic soon. According to, I got Google Maps running on my phone, and according to Google Maps, I'm still in the red for a while, but oh, goodness. How long have I been live streaming? Oh wow, 2 hours. And we got, according to my screen, I got 53 likes on the video. Peggy, how you doing? Captain, you're going to take off? All right, well, thank you for coming by. Everything I just said about watching the videos, I would appreciate you doing that. You said you subscribed to the channel. I definitely appreciate that. But check out the video, my playlist, Get Busy Living. And that kind of explained the channel a little bit. And at a minimum, watch the video that's titled "Thank You," and that will explain where I was a few months ago versus where I am now. So, you love my videos? Well, thank you very much. Peggy, I am just north of Knoxville, Tennessee. Unfortunately, I'm sitting in traffic right now. Don't know for sure what's going on. But I am driving to Dayton, Ohio to spend Christmas with my family. So, got another Javier. Javier, I'm headed to Dayton, Ohio. You alone and you get bored? Well, I understand that. I'm driving alone, so I get bored. I got a pretty good channel here. If you want to come along anytime, you're definitely welcome in. I live stream every day from a 2-mile walk. Captain Orion, you're back. And there aren't any better streams than this on YouTube right now. Anyway, yeah, I live stream every morning from a 2-mile walk that I take, and we've got a really nice community here. Everybody that comes into the chat is real friendly. We get along good, and it's just a chill chat. We don't talk about any specific topics. We definitely don't talk politics. Just too controversial, and I'm not about bad vibes. I'm about good vibes. So. You have a sister in Missouri. Where are you, Peggy? Your sister's in misery? I like to say it that way just because it's funny. Nothing bad against Missouri. Alright, we're moving. Don't know for how long, but we are moving. And once, what I was just saying a minute ago, sitting all that traffic for however long that was, and I saw nothing that caused us to slow down like that. But we're back up to 60 miles an hour. Oh, you're in California, Peggy? Okay, so it's going to be difficult for you to catch my live streams. I live in Georgia right now, and so my live streams are 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that's what, 4:30 in the morning for you. So it's going to be difficult for you to catch my live streams, but you can definitely check out my videos. Watch the replays of some live streams. I've got some interesting videos. I got a playlist on there of a trip I took to Savannah, Georgia, and Tybee Island. You can check that out. I love Savannah. It's a cool town. And of course I love the beach. So I do have, I was down at Tybee Island a little over a week ago, and I live streamed from the beach and caught the sunrise at the beach. So check out that replay from day 124, and the first 15 minutes of that, nothing but sunrise, and real pretty. Sun coming up over the Atlantic, so it might be a little bit different view for you, Peggy. Alright, so we're moving again. I'm probably not going to keep up with the chat. And I am in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. I'm north of Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's see if I can see this mile sign. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything. I'm not sure how far we are to the Kentucky state line. But you're not going to see any snow, Joshua. Not going to see any snow. We're not that high up in the mountains where I'm going to see snow. There may be, east of here in the Smokies, there may be some snow in the mountains, but yeah, I don't know what the highest point is that I'm going to get to. There's a cool mountain there. I wish you guys could see what I can see out the side of my, well, I can't see much, actually, but anyway, if I stopped, I could have seen a real nice overlook of the mountains, but there's no place to stop, so. I was talking earlier when I was driving through Knoxville, and I mean, some of you might still be here from when I was saying that, but someone needs to come up with a way that you can get a panoramic view from a live stream. So any of you tech savvy people out there, might be a good idea. It might be a thing to develop. There might be a way to do it, and I just don't know what it is, but I don't think that there is a way to do it. I think you're pretty much set. I know I can't zoom. Well, no, I can zoom in a little bit with my phone, but I can't go like widescreen or anything. So they make, well, I know they make panoramic and 360-degree cameras, but I'm talking about being able to do it during a live stream. Because I mean, like right now, you guys are seeing what I'm seeing out my windshield, but you can't see what I'm seeing out my side windows. So it would be kind of cool if I could set this camera like right behind me, and you can see, you know, what I can see like with my peripheral vision. So gimbal, yeah, I've seen them. I'm not that advanced. I'm not that advanced as far as a YouTuber. I'm not that advanced as far as technology goes. So I'm sure I could figure it out if I got one. The hell, I tried to get a microphone just so I could have a microphone to clip on my lapel, and that was a big L for me. And it's because of the company that I bought the microphone from. They didn't send me all the parts. It's supposed to be some sort of adapter that I plug into the bottom of my phone to pick up the microphone, but they didn't send me that adapter. So, and I've called them, I've sent them messages 3 times on their helpline, and their helpline is no help whatsoever. So, I do appreciate everybody coming in for the live stream. I'm definitely going to keep on streaming for a little while still. Like right now, I'm actually holding my camera or my phone because my phone holder for my vehicle is the kind that you put in your vent on your dashboard. And if I did that and plugged the holder into my vent, this is what you would see, is that right there, my dashboard and the sky. So I'm holding my camera right now. I don't know my phone. I don't know how long I'm going to do this, but I'm definitely going to go until I hit the Kentucky state line, which I don't think is very far from here. I think I'm getting pretty close to Kentucky. And that means I'm one state away. Looks like South Carolina. It's Tennessee. Next state over. Still a lot of pine trees. Like in South Carolina. You can definitely see the mountains that I'm in. Yeah, it stays like this. I mean, the mountains and things like this until it's like I hit the state line, Kentucky, and there's still some hills and stuff, but no real mountains. If you go east of here, then you start to really get into some mountains in the Smoky Mountains, some of the bigger peaks in the Smoky Mountains. Now let's see if I can show you this. Oh, there's some mountains over there. And after, I don't know if I'll be able to show you anymore. So hopefully you all got to see that. I'm fine as far as holding it. I just got my hand resting on the dashboard. I can't keep my phone plugged in because it's just basically just leaning up against my windshield on my dashboard, and I can't plug the phone in because obviously the plug's on the bottom. Pay attention to the road. Looks like Vermont. The chat's close enough that I can read it right now, so I know it's not safe for me to be reading the chat. There we go. Stinking Creek Road. How'd you like to live on Stinking Creek Road? I am driving in Tennessee. I am in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, north of Knoxville, Tennessee. And I'm driving from Georgia. I started out 100 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia this morning. And I'm headed to Dayton, Ohio. I live in Georgia right now, but my home is Dayton, Ohio. And I'm going back home for Christmas to see family. And I will see my mom. I'm 65 years old. My mom's 91. So I will see my mom for a while. And I will also see my twin sister. Obviously, she's the same age as I am, but she's older than I am. So she was born 8 minutes before I was, but I continually harass her about being older than me. I will also see, I have 2 daughters that live up there. I'll see them, and my son, who actually lives close to me in Georgia, he will be there as well. And I'll also get to see 5 of my grandchildren. So, very excited about doing that. excited about spending some time with family. Sorry I'm not reading the chat right now. I kind of saw something there. You're doing New Year's night at Miami Valley Gaming in Dayton. I won't be up there anymore New Year's. I'm coming back on the 28th or 29th. My daughter's birthday is the 27th of December, so I'm going to stay for her birthday, obviously. But yeah, I'll be coming back either the day after her birthday or the day after that. So Miami Valley Gaming's in Dayton, isn't it? I mean, I know Dayton is the Miami Valley. So oh, okay, it's in oh shoot. Yeah. Name escapes me now, but I know what you're talking about. It's real close to Big Butter Jesus, right? Or Touchdown Jesus. Okay. I shouldn't be reading the chat right now. I'm holding my phone because my phone holder for my dashboard won't work, and to live stream the road, because it's the kind that you plug into your vents, so that's not going to work. So I needed to plug my phone in, so I'm holding my phone right now. I'm trying not to read the chat, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. I've been streaming now for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I'm getting ready to hit the Tennessee-Kentucky state line. So I may just stop after that, put the phone down, and trying to, that way I'm not distracted by the phone. So looks like it's getting dark or getting cloudy up ahead. Sun's shining right now, but there's like dark clouds ahead of me. So I'm hoping I don't run into any rain. It's definitely not cold enough to snow, so not worried about that. I do appreciate everybody coming in to the live stream. I'm trying my best to boost my watch hours right now. I'm closing in on the first step of monetization at 3,000 watch hours. Plus a couple people on my live stream this morning, a couple people asked me to live stream from my drive, so I decided to go ahead and do that. Obviously, it's going to help my watch hours as well. So I do appreciate it. I wish like heck I could show you what I'm seeing out the side window here. There you go, real quick. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the worst part about driving on the interstate. It's quick, but the scenery's not as good as it can be. I'd rather be on a little 2-lane highway. Let's see if you guys can see that out there. Here and there, I get valleys out the side of my out the side window, so I'm gonna try and show those to you. Like I said, I'm getting real close to the Kentucky state line, and after Kentucky, I'm showing you these, the mountains and stuff right now. After I get into Kentucky, the scenery will change. Still be kind of in the mountains and stuff, but not quite as scenic as it is right now. Plus, I need to put my phone down. So once again, real fast, I am driving. I started out 100 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia this morning, and I am now real close to the Tennessee and Kentucky state line. I am driving to Dayton, Ohio. Going to be spending Christmas with my family up there. My mother lives there, my sister lives there, I have 2 kids that live there, plus my son's coming up from Georgia as well. He will be there, and also I have 5 grandchildren that will be there. So real excited about getting up and seeing everybody, and definitely spending Christmas with them. I hope that you all are going to have a Merry Christmas. Do what you can to at least call somebody. Keep that Christmas spirit alive. Christmas is very special to me. It always has been. Those of you that have been around for a while and are familiar with me, my mom and dad, for years and years, my mom and dad would dress up as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they only did it a few times a year, but Christmas morning, they always did it on Christmas morning, and they went to the homeless shelter in downtown Dayton. My dad they were both a big part of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and they would always go down to the St. Vincent Hotel, the homeless shelter, and pass out gifts to kids there on Christmas morning. So, and it's always been a holiday that's been treated as special, obviously because of the religious aspect, but also just because it's always been special with my family. I'm blessed that I still have family that I can spend it with. Obviously, as an adult, used to have Christmas at my house every year, and it was just like an open house, and everybody was invited to come over. We'd have our own family Christmas first, and then invite everybody else over later. But we would definitely hitting some curves coming back down out of the mountains. My ears are popping. Anyway, yeah, so we had a lot of big celebrations for Christmas, and there's a lot of people. A couple years ago, I was looking through old pictures, sorting through a bunch of old pictures, and of course there's a lot of pictures from Christmas, and it was amazing to me all the people that I have pictures of that were there at my house on Christmas that aren't with us anymore. And obviously it's a blessing to still have those pictures. So that's what I'll be thinking about Christmas morning, and not in a sad way, a positive way, that I had time with those people, and was able to share my home with them, break bread with them, laugh, joke, maybe exchange gifts. Didn't do a whole lot of gift exchanging. That wasn't necessary. It was just time to get together, eat some good food, drink some good wine. Maybe not good, but drink some wine, or maybe something else. Yeah, it was good times, and that's what I'm going to try to remember on Christmas morning and be grateful for, is the time that I got to spend with those people. All the people that aren't there anymore and won't be there this year, or haven't been there in several years. So and one of those is my father. So I mean, I got a lot of pictures of my dad at my house for Christmas. So, woo! Definitely came down out of them mountains. I can feel it in my ears. We are almost in Kentucky. This is the last town before I hit Kentucky. It's called Jellicoe, Tennessee. I do appreciate everybody that's been answering questions during this live stream. I've been live for like 2.5 hours. The majority of it I wasn't even looking at the chat at all. I'm kind of glancing at it every once in a while because I'm holding the phone in my hand closer to me. But here comes the sign that says that we are in Kentucky. There it is. Welcome to Kewaukee. You guys are amazing. I'm showing 53 likes. Still got 10 people in here watching some silly old man driving up the road. Just one more time real quick. I am driving to Ohio. I live in Georgia, 100 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia. I started out there this morning, and I'm driving up to Dayton, Ohio to spend Christmas with my family. I normally live stream every morning from a 2-mile walk. I go out, I've been walking 2 miles every day for 133 days in a row now, and I live stream from that and bring you guys along with me. Have a lot of good people in the chat during my walks. Normally after my walk, I'll just sit and chat with everybody for a while. We have good conversations, so you're welcome to join me for that anytime. Check out my channel. If you're new here, check out my channel. And there's a lot of good videos there. I do a lot more than just live stream. I'm closing in on 300 videos, and I know 130 some of those are, because there's some I live stream from before I started walking, but over 130 of those are from my live streams. But so I have 100 plus more videos. So check out some of my videos. If you want to learn more about the channel, more about me, check out the playlist. It's entitled Get Busy Living, which is the motto for my channel. It's the quote from the movie Shawshank Redemption, where he says we have a choice to we can either get busy living or get busy dying. So check that out. That's the motto for my channel. That'll teach you'll get to know a little bit more about me. If you don't want to watch the whole playlist, at least watch the video that's titled Thank You. And I definitely explain myself a little bit better as far as what I'm all about, what I'm trying to do here on YouTube. You guys are absolutely amazing to me. I love, like I said, I love the community that we've built. A lot of good people in here. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably gonna be getting dark here soon anyway, and you won't be able to see crap. Yeah, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and like I said, I'm having to hold my phone up right now in my hand, and that's not really safe when you're driving 80 miles an hour. So we are in Kentucky. I am probably about 4 hours now away from, maybe a little less than 4 hours away from my destination. So won't be too much longer. I have to stop and get gas one more time. I'm just above a half a tank right now. But you guys are absolutely amazing. Ducky, Dan, Joshua, Lester, Natalie, Rainey was here for a while, I saw. Donna came into the chat, and I know I'm going to miss some people because I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry if I missed you, but I do appreciate you being here. 56 likes on the screen. I'm sure I got a bunch of watch hours, and you guys are amazing too. Love you all. I will be live streaming tomorrow morning from a walk up in Dayton, 7:30 in the morning. I'll be there. You know I'm not going to miss that. See you all then. Now if I can just push the button. Here we go.